So you've been internet shopping for months for the perfect house, and you've now gotten to the point where you're ready to go look in person. It's open house time. Stay tuned and let me give you a few open house etiquette tips that'll help you along the way. So what exactly is an open house? An open house is a designated period of time, usually here on Sundays from 2 to 5, when the listing agent will open up the property to the public so anyone can come see the property at their leisure. It's a low pressure situation, and you can go see the property whether you're at the beginning stages or you're really ready to make that offer. It's a great opportunity to go take a look at a house. The whole point of an open house is to be able to go at your leisure and spend as much time as you want there. So you may ask yourself, should I bring my agent? Well, if you're just kind of out there casually shopping or you're going to see 5 or 6 properties, maybe not. But when you do go to the open house and you are working with an agent, make sure you let that agent know who you're working with, because we like to put clients and agents together. Now, there may be great times when agents should go with you. Maybe it's your first time out, you don't know what you're looking for, you want a little bit of training. Hey Jill, when we go to an open house, what are we looking for? Your first time out's a great time to bring an agent. Another great time to bring an agent is when you've really started to hyper-focus. Let's say we really like this house, it's got all of our wants and needs, we're really excited about it. Do you want to go with us to the open house on Sunday? And maybe that's not possible, but then you want to make sure that you go to the open house on Sunday to see the property, your agent goes to see, and then maybe you schedule a private showing together. So there are ways to do this where you can still go to the open house, your agent can come to the open house with you, or the agent can see it with you afterwards, or maybe they can slide in a little later in the open house time frame. You may ask yourself, what do I need to know before I go to the open house? Well, I would advise a couple of things. Know some details about the property. Know the property you're going to see. Obviously, you've got a wish list, your bedrooms, your bathrooms, a garage or a carport or whatever the case may be. So kind of know the property you're going to see. But the other thing is research the neighborhood. You may have a great knowledge of the neighborhood already, but if you don't, get to know the schools, the area, the parks. You can do a little bit of research online because you've been searching online for a long time. And that gives you the opportunity that when you walk into this home, you have a foundation and you also have a way to ask intelligent questions of the agent if you have any. And how should you dress? You're probably like, dress? I can dress however I want. Yes, you can dress however you want. However, you're going to see somebody's home. This is a large investment. So go a little bit more on the nicer casual side than the I just rolled out of the car from the beach side. And I have to be honest, this is a little bit like a job interview, especially if you're in a multiple offer situation. So be aware the agent may be watching you as much as you're watching that house. Okay, now that you've gotten to the open house, here are a few rules you should follow. And trust me, all of these have been broken at one point in time at one of my open houses. The first thing to do when you walk into an open house is the agent will usually greet you. Please go sign in. If you have an agent, there should be a little form or a little line that says, are you working with an agent? Yes, I'm working with Jill Ward. That's great. But sign in as a courtesy. It's a courtesy to the agent who is listing the property and also a safety for the homeowners too, so they know who's in their property. Also, please make sure you acknowledge the agent who's sitting the open house, right? Say hello, maybe introduce yourself, say thank you for letting me see the property. Again, common courtesies with the agent go a long way. Respect the space. Treat the property with care, right? Do unto others. A lot of times, homeowners will have stuff put in their closets and other things. So yes, you have every right to open the door, to look in a pantry, to look in a closet, but likely there are personal belongings in there. So just remember to be respectful and please don't touch anything that doesn't belong to you. I'm a mom. I have 2 boys. I never had the little girl who'd sit and color and read in the corner. I know what it's like to have energetic children. But if you decide to bring children to an open house, please mind them at all times. A lot of the times we have staging in an open house. It's a little air mattress set up on crates or maybe boxes to make it look like it's a full-size bed, but it's staging. So please don't allow your children to jump on the furniture or on the beds or put, cookie candy hands on the wall, those kinds of things. We ask you very seriously to please mind your children. They can also get hurt, and we don't want that to happen. Okay, what about photos and videos? If you are going to take photos and videos, almost all the time, the listing agent will say, yes, no problem, but please ask permission first. It's a courtesy. Every once in a while, we get in a situation where someone really has privacy needs and wants, that the listing agent won't necessarily explain to you. But if you say, can I take a photo or video? They say, oh, I'm so sorry. I'd rather you don't. There's something online you can watch. There's a video tour. There are photos, but we prefer you don't. You don't need to know the reason why, but sometimes agents, via the sellers, do not want you to take photos and videos. So always ask for permission first. And then there's parking. Please don't block driveways, double park, take someone's parking spot. And it's even funny when you pull in the driveway of an open house. If it's a super busy open house and there's nowhere else to park, then feel free to use the driveway. If not, try to use the street so that driveway remains open. As a courtesy, maybe somebody with a disability or something else needs to use that driveway. So try to park on the street, and please don't block anybody else's driveway. Keep your feedback tactful. Okay, you don't know if there's any surveillance in the house. There could be recording devices, either disclosed or not disclosed. Video recordings, audio recordings. So be mindful of surveillance, but also be tactful, right? You don't want to pick a house apart. If you walk into a house and pick it apart, ooh, those light fixtures are ugly. That paint color is horrible. The flooring is disgusting. The agent is taking all of that in, right? Be tactful. Keep your comments, a lot of them, to yourself. Wait till you get in the car and then have a field day with whatever, your observations are about the property. But remember to be tactful. And let's go back to, if you bring your agent with you to an open house, how do you behave? Let your agent lead the interactions, right? Usually, on the part of a client, the less that is said, the better. So as an agent, I don't want my clients running into a house going, I love this place. This is the best place I've ever seen. Or, oh, this is disgusting. So let your agent lead the conversations. If you have any questions, go through your agent. Let your agent deal with the other agent if they're there. It really, again, helps foster the communication, because if you place an offer, that agent is going to associate you and your agent with your experience in the open house. You've had a chance to see the open house now. You either love the property and you want to place an offer, or you've crossed it off your list. Either way, it's fine. It's a process that you have to go through. But if you decide you have more questions, make sure you go through your agent. Your agent will be able to facilitate either looking up that information with their personal research or contacting the listing agent to find out more. So, and just always remember, again, courtesy to the other agent as you're walking out the door. Thanks so much for allowing us to see the house today. Thank you for having an open house. Thank you for showing. Just a little something that's courtesy. Again, I promise manners go a long way. If you follow some of these tips, if not all of them, your visits will be happy and productive. Each open house gives you an opportunity to not only see the property, but to make an impression. Please let me know if you have any additional questions. Feel free to like and subscribe to this video and channel. And I'm always here for any questions you may have, whether it be about open houses or anything else. Have a great day.